year, as you guys remember, not many people could make it to these parts, and a lot of folks are going to need to travel to Western North Carolina to continue to help tourism in those areas.
Yes, especially if they're open. Even now, it can be very, very helpful. And here's a little bit of good news. They're normally about 20 degrees cooler than we are. So if you're feeling hot and stuffed up in Charlotte, a good place to go. Temperatures today did get a little bit cooler than yesterday. So yesterday's high was 99 at the airport. Today we were at 90. So a small difference, but a difference nonetheless. Still humid as we're tracking a cold front moving through the area. But hey, at least the clouds kept those temperatures lower. Tomorrow, sunshine returns, and it's the humidity that we're going to be watching taking a tumble. Even though temperatures will be still in the low to mid 90s, it's actually going to feel like the low to mid 90s. Now, unfortunately, the next 2 days are going to be the best days we'll probably see of the week, maybe even the rest of the month, as temperatures are soaring back into the upper 90s as we get closer to the weekend. Now, remember, our average high is right around 90. So every single day over the next 7 and even 10 days, it's expected to not only be above average, but of course, the humidity is going to be a huge, huge factor. With rain and storms a little bit less aggressive there today, of course, we know the humidity is shifting south. That's why we have all these storms down toward Union, South Carolina, down toward Newberry. Still a few little sparks there of rain, though. You can see Lancaster about to get doused with some heavy rain. Thankfully, not a ton of lightning, not a lot of thunder within that particular storm passing over 521. Elsewhere, you can see some outflow boundaries developing across Chester County, again down toward Whitmer, Newberry, just to the south and east of Lawrence. Truthfully, I think all of these outflow boundaries are going to push most of that activity south of us, so I wouldn't expect a lot of action in Chester County. York County, you're pretty much clear since that outflow boundary is south of you now, but maybe on the southwestern side of Chester, it's something we'll certainly be watching here locally. And of course, I'll have more on WCNC Plus at 6:30 for our live weather impact stream. A light rain pushing through here, southern Burke County, right about to move into Cleveland County. And there is some heavy rain on the eastern side of that particular cell, which will likely clip also western parts of Gaston and Lincoln. And then here you go, all the way up to the mountains. We once again have one downpour between Newland, down toward Pineola, and eventually shifting toward Jonas Ridge. The mountains have actually gotten the bulk of our rain locally, at least here in the Charlotte area, over the last few weeks. And here's a closer look once again at that heavier pocket of rain, again shifting down south toward Cleveland County and northwestern Lincoln. Now, how much more rain expected for the rest of the night? Well, pretty much what we're seeing right now is the gist of it. We're not going to see more rain in the Charlotte metro, but I do believe in the mountains and foothills on kind of the back end flow of that low pressure. We'll likely see a few more pockets of rain through about 11 o'clock tonight. After that, quiet all throughout the day on Wednesday. And again, the big story tomorrow is not that we're going to be not hot because we're still in the 90s. It's that, of course, that humidity lower will make it feel much better. So again, the actual air temperature in the low 90s, it still feels like the low to mid 90s. Temps will get a little bit toastier heading into Thursday, Friday. We'll kind of be on that slow step ladder back up to the upper 90s. And again, upper 90s paired with humidity. That's why we're going to keep folks weather alert again, both Saturday and Sunday for likely heat advisories issued across the metro. So here's that 7-day forecast. Again, you can see those most hot, most humid days highlighted. Small chance we could expand into early next week, but again, really the point of keeping folks weather aware is that they know before the heat happens, and I think at this point we know that it's come roaring back this weekend. Long range forecast though does show many, many days in the 90s. I don't think upper 80s are coming anytime soon, and if this forecast holds, we will very quickly go from 16 days in a row of 90 plus to 26 days in a row of 90 plus, which would put us well into the top 3 most 90-degree days ever during the summer in Charlotte.
Wow. That's saying something. Brittany, thank you.